looking to the title of Machiavelli's work, that this introduction to the play cannot help but raise the question for the audience: who is the real prince? Who is the genuine prince? Now you've mentioned Hamlet's famous, we could say, character-defining lack of resolution. I think, from what we talked about when we did the Prince, the prior classes, it's possible that for Machiavelli, that the spirit, again using Hobbes's term, the spirits invisible that are the source of Hamlet's action could quite well, I think, for Machiavelli, be the source of his inaction, meaning the source of the moral difficulties that he encounters at every turn. And I think that couldn't help but to remind us of the passage I read to the class a few weeks back, in which Machiavelli talks about those who would profess goodness in a world filled with so many men who are not good, quickly learn their ruin rather than their preservation. Now, when we look at the young Fortinbras and Hamlet, we see that, at least on one level, one's actions lead to his ruin, and the other's actions lead to his preservation.
And could we add that Fortinbras seems to be unconcerned with the issue of justice, though we'll have to come back to that in a moment when we look to his last speech. And Hamlet is more concerned with the issue of justice, but the question may arise: is that sufficient to establish the superiority of Hamlet, or does Hamlet think about justice but think about it in the wrong context?